You're taking risk every single day. When you're sitting in a plane, you have full faith in the pilot's flying capability. If you're able to take that risk, what is stopping you from taking a life risk and doing something different for yourself?
What made you come to Canada?
Changing at least 1 million lives of seniors. That's what I want to achieve. At the moment I landed, your Airbnb has been cancelled. 2500 hai. अब ये रख लो. We became very close friends.
Kind of insulting.
PSW रहेंगे, औकात में ही रहना पड़ेगा. बात तो सही कह रही है.
2 months in the country.
I started off with a corporation. Then again, the thought is still there to have a retirement home. With one project, you prove yourself, then you get into Series A funding.
Many people get stuck.
How idiotic is that? When you are just existing as a pinpoint in the whole universe and you're saying that the thing you did is exactly wrong, there is millions of other ways to do it. You just tried one and you failed in that.
How can I take a chance to go start a business?
When you want to start a business, it's not always conducive that you will have money. Because
how does that look like?
This is the only thing I say to my investors as well.
I want to do this. I don't know which one I want to do.
I mean, when you're confused about opportunities and want to decide what you want to really do, right?
Understanding the business.
Starts from $500,000, that's the minimum, and you can scale up to $2 to $3 million a year.
A 90 days game plan.
90 days, I promise you, even if you don't make a sale, in next 90 days you will make a sale.
What you're saying is like,
Mark my words, I will be a billionaire. Check with me in 10 or 20 years.
if I forget the results, who is going to feed my family?
That's a very good question. So that point,
If you're someone who thinks being in the country for 1-2 years, you cannot really do anything. You got to be longer as an immigrant to achieve some, wonderful success, then you would be surprised with the guest we have today. Adityan, brother, thank you so much for being here.
thank you so much, Cheta, for the wonderful introduction and the kind and humble words you said about me.
You bring up something very emotional. Your business is all about how to support aging parents. I never even thought about, how to take care of the aging parents in this country as an immigrant, because, back home always they lived with us. And here you are, you're building something for them. What inspires you?
Okay. I'll give you an example to answer that question. When I came here, I was having a long drive, around 4.5 hour drive. So I didn't get a chance to buy a bottle of water. So I was really thirsty. And thank you so much for giving me this glass of water. I appreciate it. Really nice, right? So when I'm thirsty, I need a source to drink water. Because we are in Windsor, we are surrounded by a lot of, what you can say, I don't know the geography, lots of, you can say, backwaters or rivers, oceans, whatever you want to put it, lots of water. So why don't we just jump into it and drink it? But you serve me in a very nice cup, very nice water, I can drink it. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
Right? So for me to do that, what are the things I need? A nice cup, a nice piece of water. So it's the same way if you take senior care into account. At least 4 out of 10 people in Canada are aging.
Yeah.
And the concept of baby boomer is coming up. And it is a real thing, right? And when they are coming up, it is a situation when the seniors need help. They need assistance with the quality stay, with their medication taken care of, and their mental health taken care of. So if you just say and show, just like I told you the example that, oh, see, this is all the facilities there. You go and do whatever you want. Doesn't work that way. It has to be served in a proper way, which is more easy and accessible to them. So that's why I took the example of this cup. It should be easy, it should be accessible, and it should be heart-filling. People should feel like having it. So that is the reason why I am into senior care. And that is where the retirement home concept comes into being. Because a retirement home typically doesn't mean, in my concept, in the organization which I run, that you are getting old, you sit in a room and you are bored watching TV and everything. No, doesn't work that way. Age is just a number.
Okay.
So when you are retired, doesn't mean that you are useless or your skills are gone. I serve people who have been working even in big positions, even in government, in private institutions. So they are very highly intellectual people, far more capable than me. Then how can they say that they are retired or they are into the senior care? But what they need is that their brain needs to be recalibrated to understand that there are more things to do. They already made the country Canada great. That's why we are enjoying this fantastic country. Correct?
True.
So now what is our responsibility is to nurture them, the skills. Number one, learn from them. Okay. And number two, provide them an opportunity in which their brain doesn't feel idle, doesn't feel that they are being retarded or they're going to be the end of their life or something. Spend time with them, learn with them. And that's when the idea for my fourth company came in, Adityan Productions. The main agenda of my production company, it's not just commercial films and short films. Definitely, I'm trying to do that. But the main aim is to tell the story of exceptional seniors who are staying with me. I have amazing stories to tell, amazing stories. That's what I want to put in front of the people, and not really to just make them heroes, but to tell them that what they're capable of, what we should learn from them. And also, yes, integrating artificial intelligence and the wellness of Ayurveda as well, right? Bringing all these things together, making their lives beautiful is my business.
There's so many things that someone who is watching can learn. But before we go into that, who are you? What's your background?
Okay.
What's your story?
To answer that, you might have seen a famous film dialogue by Vijay Sethupathi. He's an actor in Tamil Nadu.
Of course,
Sir,
who
ஒரு
doesn't
கதை
know?
சொல்லட்டுமா?
Soluma.
Okay, perfect. So basically, I come from India and my home place is Kerala. Actually, it's nearby Shabarimala. It's Pathanamthitta. So that's where I hail from. And as far as my educational background is concerned, I'm an Ayurvedic doctor. And I've also done my studies from UK, from York Sanjay University in healthcare management as well. So this is what I have done. And saying about this, I don't want to put a projection that, I studied well and, I was a studious guy and then I made it. Doesn't work that way. I would just want to give you a small example. Are you open to it?
Sure.
Okay. So there is a difference between knowledge and education. I can prove it to you if you believe me.
Okay. Prove me.
I will just write down a few derivation which I have not by-hearted or anything. I will just give clarification what I'm doing.
Okay.
Actually, it's one of my projects which I try to link Ayurveda with physics. I will just do it right in front of you and not been touched with physics for a long time. Let me see how much I can make it.
Okay.
Here we go. E is equal to mc square. That is a mass and velocity. C is equal to nu lambda. That's the equation for the velocity of light. E is equal to m into nu square lambda square. And then nu is equal to qb by 2 pi m. E is equal to m into q square b square lambda square by 4 pi square m square. And b is equal to nu 0 ni. E is equal to m into q square nu 0 square n square I square lambda square by 4 pi square m. And I is equal to q by t charged by time, m into q square nu 0 square n square and q square again lambda square 4 pi square m square. So you might say I might be bluffing. You can just double check. This is basically the equation I had worked on finding the fourth dimension, that if a particle is acting in a different way when it goes into fourth dimension. So I can give the full chat of the equation in my bio if anybody wants to verify it. So the reason is not to show off that I know physics. No. The reason I want to showcase is that knowledge and education is two different things, right? If you know something, that is a different thing. If you learned and wrote it on a paper, that's a different thing. Correct? So you need to understand things and imbibe in it. And for example, if you have a lesser mark, if you fail in some subject, doesn't mean that you are an idiot. That means that the person who put the questions in there, you are not able to reach up to his expectations. But you are good in your own way. That's what I wanted to show you. I'm just 65 marks. I'm not saying I'm brilliant, but I still know things which I know I'm very absolutely confident. So that is the point that helped me through life. Because even when I went into the medical school as well, I had to face failures, right? So whenever I fail, what do? I come back and say, okay, why did I fail? It is not a humiliation. It is not a bad thing. Why did I fail? Okay, did I understand the concept correct? No, I will try again. Write again. When somebody gets supplementary, people say that, idiot. Complete waste of time. Why? Why is he waste of time? He's smart enough to try again. But the other guy just wrote once and he went. But this guy will remember this forever.
This is like crazy equation that you wrote down there. Yeah. I still don't know any of those what you wrote down, but and I got your point. See, this like, that's one of the thing in our education system, right? Like overall, I'm not talking about just India. Like whole education system teaches you certain subjects.
Right.
But life is the knowledge that you build is different from the book knowledge.
Correct.
Continue on your story. I'm now getting more curious, you know, where all these entrepreneurial skills come from, but at the same time, what's your roots are. So you studied in a university in UK. Did you practice as a doctor? What happened then?
Yeah, that's a very good question. So this brings me to another important person just like you in my life. So his name is Dr. Shyam Vishwanathan Pillai. I take him as my mentor and my guru as well. So actually, when I cleared my medical course, cleared my internship and everything, I was actually sitting and looking up, counting the number of stars or something, or the ceiling, not knowing what to do next. Because when you are a young doctor, so there is not patients lined up to just to see, oh, this guy finished, let's go there. Doesn't work that way. You need to have opportunity to learn, to prove yourself, and then do things, right? In that situation, I was just thinking and thinking and thinking. And also, I was, my wife. So we were in a relationship, we were planning to get married as well. So I need a job, definitely. So that point of time, in one of the seminars I went, so I saw this gentleman, Dr. Shyam. He is the first licensed doctor in Dubai. First licensed Ayurvedic doctor in Dubai. Dr.
Okay.
Shyam, right? So he got to interview me. So interview again, I was open to him, sir. Sir, I know certain things. Don't ask me high level questions. I can only answer small questions. But if you give me opportunity, I just said one word. I am coachable. That make me stand out of other 20 applicants who did their PG, their first rank holders. Nobody got the job, I got the job. And I asked him, sir, I was not that brilliant or bright. Why you choose me? He said, coachable. Right? So that was the thing, was stepping stone in my life. I could go there. So he has multiple clinics across Dubai. So I could work there in marketing and helping him learning clinics and everything. So that's how I practiced in Dubai with him. So that was the stepping stone when I could learn what is business. But I had unknowingly trained myself for business for the last 10 years. You know how? Because when I was sitting in class, sometimes I was an outstanding student. In a way that standing out of the class. That's what I mean.
Okay.
So when you're standing out too much, your brain looks into other opportunities and options. Your rest of the class is inside, you are outside. Then you need to do something with your brain. So what I do, I just roam around and go to the clipboard in the college. And that says that, okay, this competition coming in, this seminar coming, I read all those and I just put an application and send it there. And they select me for competing. Then I go to the principal and say, sir, please, sir, one chance, sir, please let me go. Okay, anyway, useless, you go.
Okay.
Then I go, and by God's grace, sometimes I win, sometimes I lose. But every time I go, what happens? I make sure I go to the judges and say, sir, you failed me. No problem. Appreciate it. Can you tell me one good reason, sir? Why I was not good? I know I am not good than others, but tell me how I am not good. Then after 5 or 6 failures, now I was in a position that the judges cannot fail me anymore. They gave me one of the first or second prize. So I started with the third prize. Then again I went, sir, I'm grateful for third. I'm not competitive. Sir, can you please tell me what the other guys who got first and second did better than me? I'm not jealous, but I want to make myself better. So next time I went, I got the second prize. Still I went to there and said, sir, what did the other guy did better than me? So he got the first prize. I'm not jealous, but I want to know. Then he told me a tip. Then next time I got first prize. Still I went there. I said, sir, I got first prize now. What do I do to maintain this? How do I stay first in more?
And you did all this.
Yeah, I did all this. And I am not ashamed of saying this because, when you're saying that, okay, I studied this, because in this podcast, I come and say, okay, I'm a doctor. I did this degree. I did this. Today, I'm a businessman. You see the suit and, nice shirt and everything. So, yeah, I'm very successful man. No, please, guys, that's not the truth. Nobody is successful like that. It's impossible.
Maybe that's the secret behind, to continue to grow in terms of business or, personal life, because you're open for suggestions and you're actually asking for suggestions to improve yourself.
100%. And also, when I say 4 businesses, it doesn't mean that 4 of them I am thriving every day, millions of dollars. No. Everyday failures might also come. Then you get up again and say, okay, I failed yesterday. Let me see how I can make it better tomorrow. The only thing I hate is giving up. I would say I still fail. I still fail. I am not ashamed to say that, but I don't give up. Simple.
That's actually very interesting, very powerful, because personally, when you're talking about college days, it took me back to college days. I was the other way around. When someone says something, you did wrong, I used to fight with them. I used to think, what the F I did wrong? Why did I not get credit to what I did? But what you're saying is completely opposite. You're just finding out what you could do better next time.
Yeah.
You got the life lesson. So, what made you come to Canada?
Okay, fantastic question. So when I was working there, as you know, COVID hit everywhere, right? So in that situation, I had to come back to India because of some personal commitments. I had to come back to India, and then I was practicing here and there, and then I got an opportunity to do on private practice with my wife, Naina. So we did it together over there, private practice. She was working there and all this kind of stuff. So we were doing it. And in that point of time, I was just thinking that, we wanted to do something more better and, wanted to try more opportunities, right? So at that point of time, thought about Canada, right? So we just applied there and saw, if there's an opportunity. So coming to that point, that's where the cinema starts. You'll be very excited to know the story. So I would start from day one from Canada. So that will get me to the point. Day one, right? So what happened? I boarded the flight with my wife, correct? And then we landed here. And the first text I receive, you know what it is? I mean, you own multiple properties and everything. You might relate it. Your Airbnb is being cancelled.
Okay.
That is the first message. At the moment I landed, went out of the airport, first text when I got everything, WhatsApp, not the text, right? Your Airbnb has been cancelled. Apology for the inconvenience, because the host didn't see that I'm a viable person, because I'm doing first time in Canada, right? So I couldn't find any rental properties or anything. So you know what? My wife will be seeing this, but I didn't tell her.
Oh, you didn't tell her that
No.
your Airbnb is cancelled? Okay.
I didn't tell her. I told her everything is good. Perfect. All set. And then a friend picked me up, and I was lucky enough to get a ride. So I got the ride and then paid the guys and all. And then what I did, in meantime, with whatever money I have, I booked a room in Hilton. Not in Hilton. I think, what was the name of the hotel? It was in Waterloo. It was just a private hotel. I just booked it there. And I took her. And she said, Airbnb does look like a hotel. Everything is the same. You come on. Don't worry. And she is there. And another funny thing, the hotel is booked only for one day. I don't have money for more. Just one day. That is, we landed today by 12 o'clock or 1 o'clock. We are in the hotel. And the next day, 3 o'clock, we have to check out. So I have 6 to 10 hours to figure out. I just went to outside and got some pizza or anything, fed her, fed myself, and we went to just sleep. Dekh lenge, kya hai? Dekh lenge. Kal subah dekh lenge. And the morning I got up, and then I just thought of thinking ideas. Okay, I'm screwed. What will I do? It was kind of fall times, I think, so, and then I got in touch with a gentleman. So it was kind of magical as well. So I just got into phone with him. I just talked with him, right? And when I talked with him, he said that, okay, I have a property to say. And in this, I would like to mention one of my friend, Dr. Guru Prakash Singh, Dr. GP Singh. I would like to give a special mention to him, because he is the one who guided me, because he helped me with a lot of advertisements there. So I got in touch with this person, right? So I was talking to him, and then he said, okay, bhai, can I say in Hindi?
Yeah.
Okay. Bhai, theek hai. तेरे को मैं कमरा दे दूंगा. दो चीजें हैं भाई साहब. क्रेडिट स्कोर कितना है और पे स्टेप है कि नहीं. पाजी यार, एक दिन हो गया यार, क्रेडिट स्कोर होता है क्या, ये पहले बताओ, फिर मैं समझा कि मेरा स्कोर कितना है. Don't even have a bank account. How are you going to get a credit score, right?
Exactly.
Number 2, pay step. पाजी जॉब मिलेगा यार, मैं कॉन्फिडेंट हूँ, तो वो देंगे जरूर. यू डोंट हैव क्रेडिट स्कोर? नहीं पाजी, ठीक है, चलो 3-4 महीने का रेंट तो होगा. पाजी नहीं है यार, उतना तो नहीं है. ठीक है, कोई वो तो होगा, कोई रिलेटिव वगैरह तो है. नहीं आपसे रिलेशन हो सकता है, आप अच्छे लगे तो. And he said, भाई यार तू बनता बहुत मजेदार है, एक काम करता मैं गाड़ी लेके आता हूँ. He took his car and came just after talking to you and said, भाई जी देखो कल आया हूँ यार, मन में एक इरादा है, एक काम करो आप, मेरे पास 2500 है, अब ये रख लो.
He gave you money.
I gave him money,
Oh,
whatever I had.
Oh, whatever you had. Okay.
ये रख लो, अब मेरे पास कुछ नहीं है, अब तो मैं काम जरूर करूंगा ना. You see, मेरे पास तो कुछ नहीं है, आपने देख लिया मेरे जेब में इतना है, रख लो, ठीक है. एंड देन आप मुझे एक कमरा दे दो, अगर मैंने पे नहीं किया अब लीज भी मत साइन कर, मुझे निकाल दो यार, पर मैं आपको गारंटी देता हूँ 2 महीने में मेरी जॉब भी हो जाएगी, पैसे भी बन जाएंगे, नहीं तो अब निकाल दो, पैसे तो आपके बन गए. ठीक है तू आ जा. He took me there and then he was very kind enough to help me through all the process. We became very close friends and then I got my first job as a PSW as well. But for point to be note, I stayed there for 1 year. I got the job, right? So first job was a PSW and then my wife got a job as a PSW as well. So we started our journey now. So we are kind of settled and everything. So now it gets more interesting.
Okay.
So when I got a job as a PSW and I went into a retirement home, I was working there. So initially I thought, okay, everybody's saying, what did you do back home as a doctor? What are you doing here? Yeah, that's okay. That's okay. We can try. I really enjoyed the job. Really enjoy. I still do. Right?
So what's PSW? Like what does the PSW do?
Yeah, PSW is basically, what you can say, helping the residents with their daily activities. Personal support worker.
Okay.
That's what PSW stands for. So helping the residents with the daily activities, sometimes with their medication, sometimes with the room cleaning.
So as a nurse almost.
I won't say the word nurse because for that you need to be a RPN,
more licensed.
A nurse. But again, this PSW is a different position that in which you help the residents.
Basically. So do you need to have that past experience to be a PSW?
Yeah, you need to have past experience. You need to have certifications. It involves a lot of process. So I got all of that as well. So that's why I got into the job, right? And then I started over there and I really enjoyed it. Residents were loving me. Residents' family were loving me. And one point I was just sitting and looking at this building, just like I'm looking at your studio. Really amazing, eh? Okay, I just thought, I think I should have one. Just random thought. Random thought. Right?
And at this time, you're still on work permit.
Yeah, I mean, work permit, just working as a PSW. Just thinking, it doesn't matter, right? Just thinking, okay, retirement, okay, kuch karne denge, kar lenge. And then at that point, moving forward, I observed that it was running. I won't take the name of the place. I don't have anything wrong about it. But the point is that, there are certain things which I felt that it can be made better. Right? So when that point of time, I went to my manager and told that, मैडम कुछ चीज़ें हो रही हैं यार, इसको थोड़ा बेटर कर सकते हैं, ठीक है, आपको अच्छा लगे तो we can make it better, right? तो she just told me, I'm just saying it in Hindi, कि भाई तू PSW है, PSW का काम कर, अगर तुम्हें इतना ही चेंज लाना है तू अपना कर ले. I was a very obedient employee. So
kind of insulting.
It's a very vision. That's the point. See, there is 2 ways to take insults. Number 1, you can go and cry or call her bad names or get angry, throw things, throw the cup away. Doesn't help anybody. You will ruin your own name. Number 2, see it in a different angle. What did she say?
If you want to do in your own way.
Yeah. She tried to insult me, that's right. But वो बोलना क्या चाहती है कि भाई तू PSW है. ये हिंदी में बोलते हैं ना औकात. Opportunity या औकात मतलब कि what you can say, what's your position?
Reminding you.
हाँ, remind करा रही है कि भाई तुम्हें बोला भाई ठीक है, PSW रहेंगे तो फिर औकात में ही रहना पड़ेगा. बात तो सही कह. और खुद का कुछ करना है तो अपना शुरू कर ले. बात तो वो भी सही है. सही बोल रहा है ना, सही बोला ना भाई, गलत तो नहीं बोला. ठीक है, शुरू कर देते हैं. ओके, ले लो मेरा रेसिग्नेशन.
Just like that.
Yeah, just like that. So that pissed my wife a little bit off.
Because not this is like you're just 1 year in the country.
Not even 1 year, Cheta. 2 months.
2 months in the country.
Yeah.
So you just started the job and 2 months you thought of you can resign and get it.
Yeah.
And what's your status in Canada? Like as a work permit holder or?
Yeah, work permit holder.
Okay, continue. Now so, it's heating up.
Right. So what happened is that then I just quit the job and then I started off at a corporation that basically helped I found an investor as well.
Hmm.
So I didn't make him to invest anything. We just started with around $500 basically.
Okay.
$500 of investment. So what we did is that an agency. So how agency works is that, you just go to the houses of the people,
Hmm.
right? And then help them out. You just need to send PSWs to people's houses
Okay.
and then help them out. So I started small,
Hmm.
right?
So you're like a consultancy sending employees to
basically it's called agency.
agency. Okay.
Agency. So how it works is that, for example, if your parents are with you and you
Hmm.
need somebody staying
To
in your
take care of
house,
my
yeah,
parents.
so you contact me
Hmm.
and you tell me, okay, Adi, I want this such amount of time
Hmm.
for my parents, and then I send a staff for this many hours and I charge you fair and square.
Okay, gotcha.
Very simple,
Yep.
right?
Hmm.
So I went on from there, and then in that journey I met with a government official.
Hmm.
So he then became a mentor.
Hmm.
Then he started to mentor me, and then his name is basically Greg.
Hmm.
So he was a very good friend of mine, and then he used to teach me things as well about how to make services better. I mean, in a good way, because whenever we are business starting up, the government always supports you with
Hmm.
people who are helping you with the whole process. So that was a great mentorship as well.
Hmm.
And then moving forward from there, starting with the agency, then again the thought is still there to have a retirement home.
Hmm.
Right. So in that point of time, I met, I would say, my family and my guru,
Hmm.
Mr. Dharam.
Hmm.
Right. So he is my business partner, I would say investor, and more like a big brother level, right? So he has helped me through the whole process, raising funds and everything and all, right? And from that, I went on to procure my first home, operating it, right? And then moving forward in the different deals and something like that. So he helped me with this, the retirement home. And then, with one project you prove yourself, then you get into series A funding, series B funding, so different kind of funding, as you see in Shark Tank. I just come here, I need this much amount of fund for this much equity, all that game plan happens, right? So basically I was able to grow from there and then prove myself, because when the first project which I did, I could prove myself in a way that how I am helping the elderly, how I'm getting the business up and all these kind of things. And then I got awarded first time, I think, Youth Icon Award as well from the House of Commons. And then I also got the Business Allied 40 under 40 as well for the vision activities and the business and everything. So that was the small journey until now. And then moving forward, I could spread it into 4 different wings. One is that one that takes care of the retirement homes owning operating. The other one is about the fine dining restaurant. Third one is about the what you can say, the properties, rental properties and everything. And the fourth one is a production company, which I told you in the initial phase about the seniors and uh, what you can say, bringing the stories up. So that's what the production company is all about. And saying all about this, so there was one person who has been with me, who has been on a roller coaster ride. Because you just imagine, right? I'm just speaking as a woman now, right? Your husband goes to work. Next day he is sleeping, and he is supposed to go to work at 8 o'clock, right? And then he's still sleeping. And you ask him, why are you still sleeping? Are you not going? He tells you he resigned. Isn't that traumatic, right? So that is me. Okay. So I have done some eccentric things and all. So, we had some disagreements, I would say, in a way that, she wanted life to be steady and more conservative, which is completely fair, which I think. But with my vision and thoughts, I didn't have time to stop and think. I just have to go, go, go. Because the opportunities are just like shooting stars. You just have to make the wish when you see them. Don't wait for the other one to come.
So this is like very, very interesting to see how you move fast. But where does this mindset comes from? Like, where does that confidence come from?
I will say big thanks to two things. Number one is to Almighty God for everything, because I give all the credits to Hare Krishna. And the second is to my failures, which again is his gameplay as well. Because failure, I want to talk something about failure, right? So when you fail, why are you upset? What is there to be upset?
Because you couldn't do certain way.
Right. So how are you so confident that the way you wanted to do is perfect? Just think it this way. You're sitting in a planet which is just one among the planet among billions of galaxies.
Hmm.
And our planet is again millions of other celestial bodies in Milky Way galaxy. We have Andromeda galaxy. We have lots of galaxies.
Hmm.
And you think, just being a mere human being, that the way you decided is the perfect out of this whole celestial thing beside you, and you
Hmm.
strongly believe that this is the way it should have been, and I failed. How idiotic is that? How can you be so over leveraged about your existence? How can you do that? When you are just existing as a pinpoint in the whole universe,
Hmm.
and your action doesn't cause any change in the universe, and you're saying that the thing you did is exactly wrong. That's wrong. There is millions of other ways to do it. You just
Hmm.
tried one and you failed in that. I'm just copying what Edison said, to be honest with
Hmm.
you, right? But in a different way.
What you're saying is like whatever you think is failure is not a failure.
Yeah, I mean, basically, the failure is one thing that exists. You know
Hmm.
what failure is, in
Hmm.
my knowledge? Not doing anything.
Hmm.
You know why? You know why? Because, for example, how do I explain this to you? I have a cup here.
Hmm.
I will take the example again.
Hmm.
I don't know it is hot or cold
Hmm.
by vision until unless I see steam.
Hmm.
It might be hot.
Hmm.
I hold it, take it, got water.
Hmm.
Right? Now I got the water. Now just think it another way. I'm just thinking, hot or cold? If I just slip, what Aditya Chata will think? What will others see about in this podcast? Will I be an idiot? Will I make a mistake? Will I doing this will be a mistake? Doesn't matter.
Hmm. So
Right?
that's where many people get stuck.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, I did this, I am smarter.
Hmm.
Somebody who is not doing this that's his mistake. You try, yaar. Okay, touch it might burn, but you're not going to die at the end of the day.
Hmm.
I'm not asking you to take a risk and go into the railway track and stand in front of the train and say, I'm a risk taker. And the train runs over it and say, hey, this guy told the podcast there is nothing to worry. Right?
That's an interesting way to look at
Yeah.
things. Until you actually lift that cup up
Yeah,
with your hands
correct.
and sip it up, you don't know.
Right. And also there is another thing. There might be 10 people sitting there.
Hmm.
Adi, don't touch that. I know from my intuition it is extremely hot.
Hmm.
It might show you steam. It is bad. It is bad. It is bad. Don't touch
It's
it. Don't
gonna-
touch it. Don't. And these people may be your parents, maybe your
Hmm.
relatives, maybe your cousins. No offense.
Maybe
They-
even your better half.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Hmm.
But you just go and grab it, man. You have your hands.
Hmm.
You are not trying to kill yourself. Do it. Take any risk which doesn't kill you and doesn't hurt anybody.
Hmm. You're not throwing on them.
Yes. Two things in life. Take risk. Only number one is not trying to kill or destroy you,
Hmm.
which is not against the morals of
Hmm.
humanity. Number two, which is not affecting badly to any other person.
Hmm.
Other than that, any risk is good. That's what I understand. Because you have one life
Hmm.
and you don't even know you're going to be alive tomorrow. You're taking that risk and going to sleep.
Hmm.
Right? I mean, any of the viewers out
Yeah.
there, any one of you, can you give me guarantee that you can be alive tomorrow?
True. No.
No. And you're taking the risk today,
Yeah.
going to sleep. It implies to me as I don't have any guarantee. I'm sorry.
Hmm.
Right? I'm taking that risk myself. You're taking risk every single day.
Hmm.
Can I give you another example?
Yeah.
Which is your favorite car brand?
I don't care for cars that much,
Okay.
but okay, I drive Mercedes.
Mercedes, I know. Yeah.
Hmm.
So what I'm saying is that it is one of the finest car in the whole world, right?
Hmm.
When you get into the road, if you have the best car in the world,
Hmm.
at one time there are hundreds of cars in the road.
Yeah.
Every car is not Mercedes. Everything is not equipped with the safety features and everything. They're normal cars, premium,
Yeah.
ultra premium, hypercar. Everything is there, right? So when you're on the road, at that point of time, you are just thinking, okay, the other guy who is in the car has done his service right.
Hmm.
His tires are perfect.
Hmm.
His oil change is perfect.
Hmm.
Everything is perfect. You're just imagining and you're driving.
Hmm.
What is a guarantee?
Hmm.
You're taking the risk. Am I right or wrong?
Yeah.
If I'm bluffing, you can just correct me right away. My question for you, because I came 4 hours driving here, what is the guarantee I'll make it here? Did you give me a guarantee? Do I have a guarantee? No. I am traveling with the trust that others are driving well.
Hmm.
It doesn't matter just I drive well. Others
Yeah.
have to drive well. We have the trust. We have the trust in the system.
Hmm.
We have the trust in the rules. We have trust in the people. And you're driving. So you're a risk. Everybody is a risk taker. I'm not saying just me. Everybody out there is a risk taker out there. Every single person. They're taking a risk one way or the other. When you're walking on the road, what is the guarantee no asteroid will fall on the earth? Who is in control of that? You're taking the risk and going out. You are not hidden in a porthole saying that you're going to die. So everybody's brave. Everybody's living their life. You are seeing so many dangers which is not happening by God's grace and the effectiveness of the system and a lot of authorities. I appreciate them. But see the risk that is there. If you're able to take that risk, what is stopping you from taking a life risk and doing something different for yourself?
But is it like, because those things we just subconsciously don't even think about them.
Yeah.
But when it comes to, like, let's say, the career change that, in your situation, you're only 2 months in the country.
Right.
And you don't have much money left.
Yeah.
And your wife is going to college.
Yeah.
You need money for that.
Right.
Where does this ideology come from?
I will answer your question. I'm afraid of one thing. I'm afraid of one risk.
What
you
is
know
it?
what is that? The risk of guilt. Risk of facing the guilt.
What is guilt for you?
Okay. For example, if I had a thought that I should start something, every condition is against me, right? And the situations are against me, finances are against me, everything is against me. I understand. I agree, right? I have two options. Number one, wait for all of them to be favorable and start. Number two, forget about them and start, right? If I don't do the second option, what happens is that every night somebody is coming and poking me that, अरे यार तूने किया ही नहीं, तेरे को तो शर्म आनी चाहिए, you didn't even try, तू फेल हो जा, फर्क नहीं पड़ता मुझे, ट्राई तो कर ले भाई, थोड़ा तो ट्राई कर ले. Every day somebody is doing it.
Who is that somebody?
I don't know. It might be the divine force or anybody is coming and poking me. Again, that's what I said.
It's the thoughts inside you.
Thoughts inside me that is not allowing me to sleep. That Sir Abdul Kalam has said that dreams are not something which comes when you're sleeping into something which doesn't allow you to sleep. I literally experienced it. I was not able to sleep. I want to sleep. The only way I can sleep is taking risks. That's me.
So it's a personality.
I would say personality and thinking of a way, because as I explained to you, I already am taking so many risks in different ways, but you are not envisioning it because you have trust in other people is going to fix those problems. But when you believe that you have the capability to fix your problem, then the risk is not a risk anymore. Think it that way. All you need is 20% of the trust in yourself that you put in other people who are driving your life every single day. Just put 20% of the faith you have in the pilot of a plane on yourself. You will fly much higher.
What about the real challenges? For example, in your same shoe, I don't have money and I cannot even find another opportunity.
Right.
How can I take a chance to go start a business?
Okay, perfect. See, when you want to start a business, it's not always conducive that you will have money, because when you have money, the risk of starting business doesn't exist because you have money. Problem is solved. The risk only exists when you don't have money, correct? So that is the game. So you have to use your brain, because the brain here is a wonderful, what do you say, machine. Don't underestimate it. And it doesn't mean that I have the fantastic brain. No, I have the same brain as you. Maybe some different structure in cerebrum, cerebellum, medulla oblongata. I have not done any operation on myself, so I don't know. So don't quote me on that, right? But basically, it has the same number of lobes and structure and everything, just like you viewers have and I have, right? Use it. That is the key to unlock the answers. Don't ask just questions around. Ask yourself, find it yourself. That's why you have this thing on top of your neck. Use it very, very, very nicely, and then you will find answers. And it has a special way to use it. When you are initially thinking that, okay, I will not do business, then your answers will come. No money, no guarantee, no risk, nothing. Write down on a paper that I will show you. I want to start a business. What you're doing, you're giving a programming to the brain. I want to start a business. Now I get ideas. Find opportunities. Find a problem to solve. Learn more about the demographics. Find investors. Do marketing. Do networking. Find possible solutions. Find a way out to find yourself, to fit yourself in. See how my brain worked? मैंने रट्टा नहीं मारा ये, ट्रस्ट मी. और मैं ज़्यादा स्मार्ट भी नहीं हूँ, मैं साधारण आदमी हूँ. मेरे ब्रेन को ये दिया, तो ये आया.
In a very simple terms, like it's not someone else taking your dreams away from you.
It's you.
It's you.
Yeah. For example, if you ask me that Elon Musk has around 450 to 500 billion dollars, right? You ask me, Adi, do you have the guts to be the next billionaire? I would say yes. I don't have $1 billion with me. No, I don't have it. Nobody promised me tomorrow somebody's going to be $1 billion. No, no, I don't have $1 billion. But you know what? I will be a billionaire. Mark my words. I will be a billionaire. Check with me in 10 or 20 years. I'll be a billionaire. Don't ask me how. I will find it. I have time. Nobody is in a race with me. I don't have to beat anybody. I'm not in a competition. I will use my brain 120% to see how I can be billionaire. If I don't become one, I don't mind. I will try again. I tried it. I don't have any regrets. भाई मैंने ट्राई किया बिलियनर बनने का, ठीक है, नहीं बना कोई नहीं भाई, ट्राई तो किया ना भाई, कुछ ना करके रोने से तो बेटर है. आई डोंट लुक एट रील्स ऑफ बिलियनर्स, बड़ी गाड़ी चला रहे, सब चला रहे. भाई मैं चलाने की कोशिश जरूर करूंगा, लेने की कोशिश भी करूंगा, ठीक है. अगर मेरी स्ट्रैटेजी सही निकली तो मैं ले भी लूंगा, पर करता रहूंगा. जब तक है जान तब तक है जिंदगी में रिस्क लेना आसान है. मूवी का नहीं थोड़ा सा चेंज कर दिया.
Yeah, but it makes sense. It makes a lot of sense.
Right.
But the question is like, what if I don't even want to become a billionaire?
मत बनो यार, नो प्रॉब्लम. मैं तो एक एग्जाम्पल दे रहा था. अगर आपको बिलियनर नहीं बनना है, अगर आपको एक विजन को लेके चलना है, ठीक है, तो देखो ये बिलियनर का मतलब डिफरेंट एस्पेक्ट्स होता है, राइट? दैट इज either you want to amass an enormous wealth for yourself and showcase. But I will tell you one thing. On the way coming to Windsor, I saw a biryani place, ठीक है, and मेरी वाइफ ने बोला कि यार कुछ खाएंगे वहाँ से, तो मैं वहाँ गया. तो टेक फॉर एग्जाम्पल, मेरे अकाउंट में $200,000 है. मैं नहीं बोल रहा मेरे पास है, मैं एग्जाम्पल दे रहा हूँ, ठीक है. $2 लाख है. मैं वहाँ गया, तो मैं वेजिटेरियन हूँ, तो मैं एक पनीर बिरयानी बोलूँगा. वाइफ को मैं कुछ वो नॉन वेज खा दे, चिकन बिरयानी दे दूंगा, ठीक है. तो हमको एक मील चाहिए सफर के लिए, ठीक है. तो मेरे पास 2 लाख है, मैं 10 बिरयानी ऑर्डर करूंगा? नहीं, तो एक ही करूंगा यार. मेरे पास अगर $100 है तब भी मैं एक ही करूंगा, 2 लाख है तब भी एक ही करूंगा. तो एट द एंड ऑफ द डे ये जो बिलियनर का जो पैसा है वो खुद के लिए हम कितना ही खर्च करोगे यार, लिमिट होता है. बट अगर आपको इतने लोगों को जॉब देना है, राइट, अगर आपको वो चेंज इस स्केल पे देखना है कि भाई वो अनेक देशों में है, इतनी जगह पर है और लोगों की सेवा हो रही है, उस चीज के लिए बिलियनर का स्टेटस और वो स्ट्रेंथ, वो पावर आपको हेल्प करेगा. इट्स नॉट द ग्रीडीनेस, इट इज एक्चुअली द ग्रीडीनेस टू डू गुड. अच्छाई करने के लिए, अच्छा करने के लिए, लोगों का भला करने के लिए. क्योंकि खुद के लिए अगर आप सेल्फिश होके पैसे बनाने की सोचोगे, यू आर थिंकिंग ऑफ मेकिंग मनी, एट द एंड ऑफ द डे you know relationships are more important. That's what I would say.
So, but you know, the ideology is something making me curious. I'm going into this the mindset and the personality, what makes people, you know, some people do certain things, but there is another challenge. I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. For example, I want to start a business, like, you know, retirement homes. But at the same time I want to become a realtor.
Okay.
At the same time I want to be a mortgage agent, or like whatever.
Right.
I want to do this. I don't know which one I want to do. Have you ever been into those thoughts? Because, you know, you're seeing so many opportunities in front of you.
I mean, when you're confused about opportunities and want to decide what you want to really do, right? अगर ऐसा सिचुएशन आता है तो आपको एक इंटरव्यू लेना पड़ेगा. पता है किसका? खुद का इंटरव्यू. शीशे के सामने जाओ, बात करो एक चीज कि भाई आपके चारों ओर के 10 लोगों को ले लो, कोई भी, नो कंपटीशन, नथिंग लाइक दैट, और बोलो कि भाई इन 10 लोगों से एक चीज बताओ जो मैं बेटर करता हूँ. If you put yourself in a room of 10 people,
okay,
there will be something which you're absolutely confident you will nail it. कुछ लोगों का पेंटिंग होता है, कुछ लोगों का गाना गाना होता है, कुछ लोगों को बात करना होता है. जैसे कि मेरा अगर मैं ले लूं, तो when I even came for this podcast, so I was very confident and say, Cheta, throw the questions on me. It's not arrogance or overconfidence. It is just a confidence. I can do it. You know why? because I trained myself in communication for years
Hmm.
and invested in this, and I know I'm very good at it.
Hmm.
Right? You know something.
Yeah.
So your asset is determined.
Hmm.
For example, you are a well-established realtor and an investor.
Hmm.
So when you put an offer to a property, you will do the basic assessment, right?
Hmm.
What is the appreciation value? What is this value? All these kind of things. Do the same for yourself.
Hmm.
अपनी एक assessment करो कि भाई valuation कितनी है.
Hmm.
बैंक तो करती है हर प्रॉपर्टी में. अब घर लेने जाते तो बैंक वैल्यूएशन करके देती है.
Yep.
तो भाई ये बैंक में तो नहीं होगा, आपकी वैल्यूएशन खुद करना पड़ेगा. कि
Hmm.
भाई वैल्यूएशन करो, अंडरस्टैंड करो, एंड यू शुड बी वेरी ब्रूटल इन द वैल्यूएशन. डोंट शुगर कोट.
Hmm.
लेट मी बी क्लियर, डू नॉट शुगर कोट.
Hmm.
हर एक इंसान में खामियां भी हैं, अच्छाइयां भी हैं. ठीक है? यू नीड टू बी एब्सोल्युटली श्योर what your strengths and what your weakness are.
So now let's say I know my strengths.
Yeah.
For example,
Yeah.
I know that I'm a good person who can care for people in your like in your industry.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if I can make money using my strengths.
When that question comes in your mind, just think about all the brands around you.
Hmm.
Let's take the example of Apple.
Hmm.
Right? So when Apple was going to be launched, I'm not taking the name of any founder at this moment because I know it's a collective effort, right? So when it was, look at you're using an Apple, right? Using a tablet, right? You really enjoy it, that's why you're using it. So when the person, whoever it is, I'm just not saying Steve Jobs or anybody, whoever is designing it, what guarantee he has that, somebody in Canada is going to use it or people are going to love it? We don't know. That is the unknown. Right? So when you're the step one, be confident in what you think you are best at. Just do it here. Karmanyavadi kariste ma phaleshu katachana. Just follow that rule. In Bhagavad
Elaborate.
Gita.
What does it mean? I don't know Sanskrit.
No problem. So what it means, it's a very common saying that do the karma, forget about the results. It's the divine who gives the results. It's not yours. So your karma coming up to this point is to realize yourself. Understand. Even in Buddha, it said that chitta vritti nirodha. That's what it said.
What does it mean?
It basically means controlling your thoughts and also understanding yourself as well. Right? So look into yourself, look into the mirror, and then understand that what you truly are. Definitely you have weakness and strength. Understand both and take your strength and then double it. Take your weakness, reduce it, and do your job. Forget the results. Because the moment you think about results, you're going to fail. Because anything you do, somebody has done it better.
But if I forget the results, who is going to feed my family?
That's a very good question. So that point, you need to have the self, have to take the leap. Leap of faith. Because who is going to feed my family is a question. But who is going to feed my desires? Who is going to feed my ambition? Answer that question. Because if you feed your ambition, it can feed your families for 100 years. So that is the thought you should have. But the risk is involved. There might be a situation when you can't feed your family. But just think about it. If it works, you can feed your family for another 100 years. That is the major thing into it. Because if you think about the result, for example, I'm going to start a phone company. I have a brand new phone idea. I'm a very good engineer. I'm very good at it. And I'm very confident of starting something, a new phone, which can beat all the competitors in market, which I think. But I look at the market share. Apple is $1 trillion company. Oppo is there. Samsung is there. How am I going to do it? It's died that away. Right away, it's dead.
Yeah.
Right? Instead, I just forget about them. Path is linear, not multi. Linear. Just look forward and say, this has to go to people. I just do it. I don't know what people are going to do. But even if people reject it, I'm happy. You know why? This is the very best product I can do. And if they reject, I study again and say, why they rejected? Make it better. Why they rejected? Make it better. Do. That is the way Apple is sitting in front of you today. It didn't happen overnight. So you have to go to the churning process. Be ready for it. That's the point.
Now I understand the way you think, but how did you apply that in your, retirement home business that you started how long ago?
Yeah, it should be 2 years. Give or take.
Can you talk about the journey, your specific to retirement homes, like how was the business when you started?
Mhm.
Because what you showed me just before we started the podcast, you raised what? You raised some
Five
funds.
million. Oh, 5 million.
5 million.
Yeah. For
That's
multiple projects. Yeah.
so take me through that journey.
Okay.
Like, because now everyone talks, everyone have the saying because of the social media, but I want the listener to see how you applied those concepts you just talked into your business.
So when I am into the retirement home sector, there are already established players.
Hmm.
I would say billion-dollar companies.
Hmm.
They're there.
They're there
I'm not here to outsmart them.
in Canada.
I'm not here to outsmart them.
Hmm.
My job is that even if I take care of one senior,
Hmm.
I'll be very clear about it. One senior, I might have 10 or 20 years of his life with me.
Hmm.
Take for an average, not trying to offend anybody,
Hmm.
but that 20 years will be the best years of his life.
Hmm.
That's my aim. That's my ambition.
Hmm.
And best in the way that it is integrated with the latest technology.
Hmm.
It is integrated with care,
Hmm.
compassion, and you know what? Happiness.
Happiness.
Yeah. So I started something called the happiness plan.
Okay.
Yeah, I will explain that to you because there is something called care plan and a lot of documentation involved in retirement homes,
Hmm.
which is completely perfect, which has to be done, involves the paperwork of every resident, about the routine and everything.
Hmm.
I started something called happiness plan. So how it works is that it is a plan for making a person happy. Let me be more specific.
Okay.
Every individual has got a happy point, right? For example, for a person, it might be just going out and having some golgappas.
Yep.
ठीक है
True.
और कुछ लोगों का होता है कि भाई गिटार बजा दो मैं खुश हूँ ठीक है and your happy point is different, my happy point is different,
Yes.
right? And we cannot collectively do one thing and make everybody happy. Can you do that?
No.
No. So what I do is that every resident I have,
Hmm.
I understand what is their happy point
Hmm.
and then make a plan कि भाई इसको स्टिमुलेट करके बंदे को खुश में कैसे करूं. ये जो खुशी है ना,
Hmm.
खुशी बांटता हूँ मैं, खुशी का धंधा करता हूँ,
खुशी का धंधा करता
खुशी का
हूँ.
धंधा
That's
करता हूँ, right?
okay.
Business of smiles,
Hmm.
business of happiness.
Hmm.
I am unaffected by what others are doing.
Hmm.
I'm unwavered by any kind of dilemma or doubt that they might do better than me. Good for them, please do it.
Hmm.
I just want to do my best.
Hmm.
And I want to just keep going. This is the only thing I say to my investors as well.
Hmm.
Nothing new, nothing out of the box and anything.
Hmm.
I want to make people happy.
Hmm.
I want to make sure seniors who I take care of have the best lives in their entire life journey. They don't feel like retired anymore. They feel like enjoying themselves. Get inside the good part of them, unleash their stories with the production company, and bring a change, bring the spark.
Hmm.
Forget about the result. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying that this happiness plan is going to be a huge success. I don't know.
Hmm.
I don't know. But I'm doing it. I do it today. I do it tomorrow. I will keep on doing it.
So can you enlighten us a little bit on this, retirement home business? Let's say if I want to start the business,
Yeah.
because I heard like healthcare here is like a lot of procedures, a lot of rules and regulations.
Yeah.
And here you're bringing additional thing to it is Ayurvedic, which is another additional lot of rules and regulations. How does that look like, in your business?
Okay. So saying about the Ayurvedic part, since every medical part needs to be assessed and approved by the government, I cannot just change the medication to Ayurvedic for the rest. That doesn't mean. Ayurveda is basically not just giving medications, pills, or what you say, therapies. It's more about a way of life. That way of life doesn't need to be any kind of internal medication or anything. It's just a thought process.
Got you. So
Right?
you're bringing the ideology of our ancient
Correct.
or
5,000
ancient
year
science.
of science. Yeah. So it's the ideology, the little things which you can do in everyday's life, in your daily routine. That is not a pill. That is not a medication. That is not
So
an
for
oil
that, you.
that you rub. No, 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 no.
Hmm.
There's a different side to it. So that is the element that we can bring it over here.
Hmm.
Understanding somebody's mind, understanding what they're going through,
Hmm.
and the little changes that you can make in their lifestyle so that they live better. At
Hmm.
the end of the day, some businesses are not just for money.
Hmm.
It's for the value that we generate.
Hmm.
So even when I say the word billionaire, if I achieve that, I
Hmm.
want to be a billionaire of smiles.
Hmm.
That's what I want to achieve. Changing at least 1 million lives of seniors. That's what I
Hmm.
want to achieve. And as a byproduct of the whole process, if I make billions,
Hmm.
well and good, I spend it again for making more people happy, to give
Hmm.
more jobs.
Is there money in that business?
Yeah, absolutely.
If I have to start a retirement home now,
Mhm.
what's your business look like now today? Like how many people you take care? How much is the investment that goes into it? What kind of you know revenue you generate? Can you enlighten us a little bit on that side? Because a
Yes.
lot of people who are watching are more watching for understanding the business side of aspect.
Mhm. Okay, so speaking about that, I would say we will need to have an entire another podcast to explain all
Hmm.
the extremities involved, but I can give you a gist
Just summary.
about your
Yeah.
question
Hmm.
as. So depending on that, there are different kinds of retirement homes,
Hmm.
right? Depends on the number of capacity you have. If
Hmm.
it is a 15 bedded and you're looking at a 30 bedded, 60 bedded, 100, 150, 200, right? So the income starts, and I would say that how much I make,
Hmm.
but again, I would say how much the business scales up to.
Hmm.
It starts
Yep.
from $500,000, that's the minimum, and you can scale up to $2 to $3 million a year.
Hmm.
So that will be, and then you can work on your net income, EBITDA, all this
Hmm.
kind of things comes in as well.
Hmm.
And saying about if there's money to be making there, yes,
Hmm.
definitely you can make money out of it for sure. But again, it depends upon how you're going to operate it as well,
Hmm.
because it shouldn't be completely invested on the money part. But again, it's kind of a brand building.
Hmm.
Once you build a brand, money follows.
Hmm.
That's what is important in senior care, because basically you are asking somebody to trust their mom and dad with you.
Hmm.
So you have to be that good for somebody to do that for you,
Hmm.
right? And when you have earned that trust, that brand,
Hmm.
that brand is the value, that brand is the money,
Hmm.
right? So you serve the purpose, you give the service, you bring the outcomes, you get the results out there, and the money follows. But if you go the other route, that's when what happens is that you are not focused on the services, and then your name goes down, and then
Hmm.
you suffer losses.
So far in this 2 years of your running the the retirement home business,
Yeah.
one of the important point you mentioned here, how you operate it, like the taking care of the whole services for these older people, because there's a lot of set of challenges during that process,
Yeah.
right? Like the operating
Yeah.
challenges. Any challenges you faced, how do you handle them?
Thinking about it, there's a lot of challenges, but I'm just thinking that which is the best one to bring to this platform.
Yep.
I would say is to working on my emotional intelligence.
Like.
That, in case of the residents, they get upset about little things, small things. So the reaction to it says it all.
Hmm.
When a resident is unhappy, you can't just go and be hammer them. Oh, why? Maybe they're wrong,
Hmm.
but you need to understand where is it coming from.
Hmm.
It can be something deep down. So that's where my happiness plan project came into effect, because I personally feel that every day the PSW who you employ or the staff who you employ to take care of the residents, take some time to just talk to them,
Hmm.
understand them. Because when you judge anybody based on their actions, you're
Hmm.
too early to say that a verdict if a person is good or bad.
Hmm.
Just talk to them, then you understand the inner them. Because everybody we see has two faces. I would not even face two versions of themselves. Number
Hmm.
one, which we perceive of them.
Hmm.
Number two, who they truly are.
Hmm.
Once you understand this concept, majority of the problems are resolved. So this is where I found the challenge that many of them were upset at some point, not because of the services, but something which is hindering them. Some people say that they are feeling lonely.
Hmm.
So you just take them out for a walk, take them to the garden, make them sit. It is not a five-star thing or something, but
Hmm.
that makes a huge difference.
Hmm.
Or if you just say that it's okay and you leave, doesn't make a difference.
Hmm.
You understand the point, right? These small things needs to be taken care of. Every small detail
Hmm.
needs to be taken care of. I would say the retirement home business is like drawing a Mona Lisa. You have to be the Da Vinci, right?
Hmm.
Every detail matters. At some point, we see she is smiling. Sometimes we see she is not smiling.
Hmm.
Draw a perfect picture because you're dealing with human life. It's not a
Hmm.
commodity or a stock or a juice brand that you're trying to sell. It's not an
Hmm.
apartment you are giving it to somebody. It's hopes, dreams, aspirations, and trust that
Hmm.
you're trying to sell. Make sure you have a good one.
How many senior livings at your residence?
So one that I operate right now is 17 people in it, but
Mhm.
working on a couple of other projects as well. So
And
with more
how
of
many PSW workers and how many employees you have staff in there to take care?
give or 10 or 15 in
So
different departments. So
you're indirectly you're managing like 30 people.
yeah, give or take. Yeah.
So what's your routine look like?
I don't do a one-man show.
Hmm.
I don't run anything by myself,
Hmm.
right? So in this case, my wife Naina, she
Hmm.
plays a fantastic role as well. So she works there and then she takes care of a lot of stuff for me. So I
Hmm.
appreciate her publicly on this one.
Hmm.
She does a great job. And also, yes, my staff, they do a fantastic job as well. Work as a team collectively because I, as a single person, I can empower them,
Hmm.
share my ideas. Because at the end of the day, when you are trying to expand, you
Hmm.
can't be there every single day.
Hmm.
You have to make sure you train your people and you spread the word and the vision to them,
Hmm.
right? So that it happens. So but my typical day starts from around 5:30 in the morning and finishes at 11:30 in the night. I'm not saying I'm working all these hours, but I'm thinking and thinking and thinking, doing this and all meetings, all this kind of stuff. So this is
Hmm.
how my routine goes. And sometimes, I think I should work on more on my family part as well because I in the initial stage of building the business, there was some times when I didn't give much time to the family,
Hmm.
which I haven't advised everybody that you need to find a balance between, which is a very tough thing. You need to
Hmm.
find and, work on that as well. So that's how things are going.
So that's an interesting point you bring up
Yeah.
here that I'm always curious about, like when someone says, okay, I'm not running the show and I have people who are running the show, but how do you pick them? Do you look for certain personalities when you pick for certain roles, like, PSW, or, even you said your wife runs the retirement home. Technically, like, she's the CFO.
CFO of my family.
Yeah. And the retirement home. So big family,
Yeah.
the whole family,
Yeah.
not just your home,
Right.
but the retirement home.
Yeah.
So why you chose your wife to run it? How do you choose your PSW workers or, any staff? Like, what do you look in a person when you hire them?
It's the same thing what my boss used to look on me when he hired me. Be coachable.
Be coachable.
Yeah. Because if you have an attitude in a way that I know everything, sir, my doors are closed. Not because you're a bad person, but because I have nothing to offer you. When you know everything, I
Hmm.
mean, right now it has little water, but I can ask you for more water. Can I?
Hmm.
You can pour it in. If I fill it up, can you pour something? This again I copied from a Chinese proverb that you
Hmm.
can only fill into an empty cup, not in a filled one.
Hmm.
I'm just rephrasing it because many viewers will say, "Oh, this. Wait a minute, I've seen this one."
Well, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But how would you find that the person would be coachable?
So it,
Because, I can come and tell you, like, see, like the DM or email, or I
Yeah.
can say, sir, I'm really good coach. And they saw this podcast
yeah,
and they'll email saying, I will learn whatever you teach.
yeah. So
How would you pick those?
So basically, with experience and time, you will get to know the energy of the people.
Hmm.
That is something which is assessed without a measurable parameter.
Assessed without
A measurable parameter. For example,
Hmm.
frequency you can do it in hertz, and weight you can do it in kilogram or pounds. That is a measurable parameter.
Yes.
But energy, you would say that energy joules and all that's different. That's another
Hmm.
physics equation. What I'm saying is that's what I'm talking about. The energy of a human being, the aura.
Hmm.
So in my little knowledge, there's no other visual parameter at the moment to
Hmm.
understand. But once you see a person, you understand from the heart, okay, this is the one.
Hmm.
I don't know how to explain it, but that's how it. And also,
So you feel it like more of a.
yeah, and also it's that, when a person is talking,
Hmm.
it's giving half a signature of who or she, because you can only pretend for 5 minutes.
Yeah.
you'll be just yourself in 10 or 15 minutes. I'll give you an example. When you're sitting in a railway station, every time it happens, we go to strangers and talk, right? When you're talking to the strangers, sometimes initially we will be just well put and say, okay, I work here, this and this. 5 minutes after, when you're very close, "Arey yaar, chalo aaj chai peete." See the difference?
Yeah.
So that's how it is. Nobody can pretend for long. For example, you saw me in the starting of the podcast. I am the same way right now as well. I can't be pretending all this 30 or 1 hour. That with an experienced person like you, I cannot do that. Right? Because you can just
Or
look
maybe
in.
if you're more experienced.
No, no, no. But
No,
again,
experience in pretending. How would I know that?
that will be a tough job to answer. But again, people will understand. You know, when you're saying something from your heart and when
You
you're
know.
making it up, you can see it in the eyes. That's what I understand.
But another difficulty that I hear, especially whoever running business, including myself, now you hired a person and you thought he's a coachable or she is a coachable, and you're going through challenges. No matter how much you're trying to teach this person, you're not seeing the results the way you're seeing you have in mind. How do you handle that?
In that case, I would say the CEO of NVIDIA once said about firing people as well, right? So what he said is that, you know, he believes in transforming people, right? So every person has got their own highs and downs. And when you're trying to coach him or her and you're not getting the results, there is only two things to do. And very honestly and without any sugarcoating, right? Number one, go and have a sit and talk with them and say that, okay, this is my vision. This is what I want to do. And this is what you're doing. Not right? Can you change it in this route so that we can make things better? That's one. Number two, give them one more chance. Number three, before giving the chance, tell them that this is your last chance. If you're not able to do this, let's part ways. It's not firing, it's parting ways.
Parting ways.
Yeah. But after due diligence and giving an opportunity. Because at the end of the day, not everybody can work with everybody and not everybody can be friends with everybody. That's a universal law. And the gist of the business itself is in finding the right people, bringing them into your team, which I think I should learn from you. I'm not even a good person to tell you because you are the one who came into Canada, built such a vast team, built an empire of Win City, and you have some. I've seen the videos of your staff and your realtors who work for you. All of them are just like amazing like you. So definitely they learned from you. So I
Thank
would
you.
put the question back to you, and I wanted to ask this to you: how you do that?
Actually, the reason I asked you that question,
Yeah.
that's one of the thing I feel like I'm a student trying to learn in.
Then I am out of school, sir.
No, honestly, the way you think is quite interesting.
Thank you.
Because I now after this 1.5 hour conversation, no wonder how you were able to take your vision into put it into actions. When you said I'm now running a restaurant, owning rental properties, running a business, that is one of the most difficult business I felt from the beginning. I know beginning of Canada journey, I mean, because senior living, like you said, just like how a client comes to me to buy a home, it's their biggest investments. This is way bigger than that because it's their parents who gave them everything. They're coming into a retirement home to another home, might be there for years or might be there until their last years. So that's a big thing, and running that, definitely the mindset of the person who is running it should be way more broader. And I can see that the way you think is, I think you chose based on your strengths. So let's switch the gears a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll play a game.
Sure.
90-12 game.
Okay.
A 90 days game plan to achieve outstanding results in 12 months.
Okay.
So, for example, I'm on work permit or, I'm on PR, who is watching this. I want to take join the industry like yours or any industry and grow. But as of now, I'm like, I don't have anything. I just have a desire that I want to grow.
Mm.
What plan would you give me that I can execute in next 90 days that can give me outstanding results in 12 months from now?
So first 30 days, out of it, take 7 days aside.
Hmm.
Okay? That 7 days, every day talk to yourself.
What should I talk?
Every day you wake up, do a self talk. Self talk in a way that, this cannot be a custom answer to the thousands or millions of viewers who are going to see this,
Hmm.
right? It cannot fit them.
Hmm.
But every individual has got something called, I call it core competency.
Like?
For example, there is a word competent.
Hmm.
Competent means that you are good enough to do something.
Hmm.
When it comes to core competency,
Hmm.
it means that there is one thing which you are the best at.
Hmm.
And that thing cannot be found in Wikipedia, ChatGPT, Perplexity AI, or anywhere. Even if you ask ChatGPT, you say, you are an amazing person. You are Superman.
Hmm.
Amazing.
Okay.
Right? That is not the way. Ask yourself. Because you are the only one who has been through the journey,
Hmm.
not anybody else. Not me,
Hmm.
not you, or anybody else. Right? Self talk is the step number one.
Okay.
You want to grow? Very good.
Hmm.
Number two, let's see if you can grow or how can you grow.
Hmm.
For that, you need to find an answer. So,
Hmm.
7 days you took, you spoke to yourself and you found, okay,
Hmm.
I am very good at it. So, can I just put this example in a way that how a realtor can do it?
Sure.
But
Please.
I am not even qualified to answer that too in front of an established person like
No,
you.
I mean,
I am
you're a
not
good
even
observer. So
yeah.
let's hear from the.
Yeah. So I will just put it in that way
Hmm.
as an example. And
Okay.
please don't take me wrong.
No,
I'm not
please, please,
trying to.
please.
Yeah.
Love to hear your thoughts.
Yeah.
Because a
So,
lot of realtors are watching, or a lot of aspiring realtors are watching.
right. And the reason, why I took realtor? Because I take myself as a student and you are my principal. I'm
Hmm.
going to submit my answer sheet. You yourself succeeded. You made other realtors succeed.
Hmm.
So you are the best person to say this
Okay.
in front of the audience. So
Sure.
when I say this to you, you
Hmm.
can say it on my face, Adi, you're bluffing. This
Hmm.
is a waste of time. Or
Sure.
you can say it works.
Okay.
For example, I am Adi.
Hmm.
I landed in Canada.
Hmm.
No money.
Hmm.
Correct? And then for example, I'm on PR or something because
Hmm.
of the regulation part. Let's
Hmm.
take it that way.
Hmm.
And then I want to be successful as a realtor.
Hmm.
What will I do? I will just explain my point of view.
Hmm.
First 7 days, first day, I will ask myself, one, can I convince somebody to buy something?
Hmm.
Number one. Number two, can I convince somebody to buy something in a way that I will buy it for myself?
Hmm.
Right? For example, I want to buy a house.
Hmm.
I will just think it in a way, okay, if I have 500,000, I have a 50 or 60,000 down and I'm approved for a mortgage, will I buy this house? I'll think for myself.
Hmm.
And then I will think in the customer's shoes. What will be his down payment? How much is he ready to do?
Hmm.
What is his income?
Hmm.
How he has to grow? What is its
Hmm.
credit score? All these things.
Hmm.
So, what I'm trying to say is that I will try to envision my brain if my brain is capable of doing all these things.
Hmm.
Third one is research. Understand what is the job of a realtor.
Hmm.
It is not merely selling homes. It
Hmm.
is selling aspirations, dreams. You are,
Hmm.
as you said about retirement home, realtor is not a simple job.
Hmm.
You are not only selling a building or constructed thing, you are selling something in which the person is going to stay even until he dies.
Hmm.
So that has to be perfect.
Hmm.
So I will do all the research over what a realtor does, what is it all about. Number third day, what I will do, I will search all the big guys. For example,
Hmm.
Aditya Soma in Vincity
Hmm.
and Raman Dua sir or whoever is the
Hmm.
big guys. I will just say Remax, Samax, everything I will
Hmm.
do. I will do the research and see. Fourth day, I will start the networking.
Hmm.
I will go to all the successful people and say, hello sir,
Hmm.
I want to say hi.
Hmm.
Can I learn from you?
Hmm.
They will say, no, I'm busy.
Hmm.
100%, that's not, doesn't make
Yeah.
you person, but you're busy. I mean, you're
Yeah.
not sitting for free, right?
Hmm.
So I will try next. So first, third, 7 days I finished.
Hmm.
So if I feel, okay, I can sell,
Hmm.
okay, I can get into the customer's shoes.
Hmm.
I can make a person understand that this is a good decision for them.
Hmm.
I can network. these 4 qualities I have, I decide to be a realtor. I have not cleared any exam or anything. I decide to be a realtor. 7 days, decision is made. Decision is made in the mind. I am going to be a realtor. I will sell $1 million properties. I will do this much volume. I will do. And then my question will come. How can you do, man? You cannot do. My mind will ask. Then what I will do? The third step, researching. See, these people, they might be smarter than me. Either someone might be smarter than me. Agreed. Remax owner may be smarter than me. Same max owner smarter than me. Agreed. Okay. Can I do little bit what they did? I don't want to beat them. Can I do 10% of what Aditya Soma did? He's at the end of the day human being. He's smart. I agree. But I can learn from him. Right? I can try to do something. Let me try. कब तो उठा लो यार पानी है कि नहीं बाद में देखेंगे ना उठा ट्राई तो करो इस पॉइंट में सब क्या सोचते हैं भाई ये तो आदित्य सोमा मिलियनेयर है वो दिमाग वाला आदमी सही है वो बन गया दूसरा ये भी यार बहुत खतरनाक आदमी वो बन गया ठीक है मेरे से तो नहीं हो पाएगा भाई यार सब बोल ही रहे तो बोलने की जरूरत क्या see 99% people will say you will fail the 1% is you will also say you're finished so everything starts with what 1% that is you because when you believe in yourself that is when your wife will believe that you can do something
so now you believe in
yourself the belief is set now what I do I start to procure information भाई दिमाग का आपने मशीन खड़ा कर दिया ना मशीन बना दी कि भाई छापने वाली पैसे नहीं आइडियाज छापने वाली मशीन बन गई अब आपको चाहिए इन्फॉर्मेशन के लिए भाई बुक्स पढ़ने से नहीं आता है जाओ नेटवर्किंग करो नेटवर्क गो टू इवेंट्स गो टू प्लेसेस वेयर डू रीड द लीफलेट्स एक भी एडवर्टाइजमेंट आई विल गो एंड सी ओके विला फॉर सेल $750,000 एंड देन इसमें स्टेजिंग इंक्लूडेड होगा इसमें ये सर्विसेज होंगे दिस एंड दैट वी डू द बेस्ट हर एक के सर्विस को समझो व्हाट इज ही डूइंग डिफरेंट आई विल डू ऑल द मार्केट स्टडी आफ्टर ऑल दिस इज डन then I will go for an internship. Once I have this information for 1 month, then I'll come and knock at your door. Hello, sir. Can I come in? Sir, I want to learn. I am coachable. I tell the same thing. And if you are kind enough, I get into that internship. And then again learn. Real game क्या होता है? अभी तक तुमने क्या सीखा है? Imaginary चीजें सीखी है. अब ground level पे game कैसे खेलते हैं? Player से सीखो. You stay with them and you learn. Learn. And the moment you feel now you know the real game, apply for the license. Once you get the license, start making deals. Now we are at around, I'm not sure about the license protocol, I have not done it. तो वो 3 से 4 महीने की एक रेंज में आ गए. उसके बाद डीले करना आप शुरू करो, right? You might fail in multiple, but you have all this preparation backing you. So you are already ahead of so many people. You are ahead of the people who are still thinking, should I be a realtor? He is doing that. But this 6 months you came far away. You have a mindset. You have a mentor. And you know what you're doing. You did your research. You know how things are happening. So these 6 things already puts you ahead of the 90% of the aspirants. अब आगे निकल गए already. फिर जाके आप जब आपकी पहली सेल होगी ना वो बंदा अभी भी सोच रहा है रियल्टर बनना है कि नहीं. आप तो बन गए. Were you smarter than him? No. Were you super intelligent? No. Was your IQ above 160? No. You took the step, action, execution. भाई 7 दिन ठीक है. उसको 7 साल मत करना. ये question. Yes or no करके you shouldn't do that. So you follow this 90 days. I promise you, even if you don't make a sale, in next 90 days you will make a sale.
So that's actually a very lovely plan. And you're absolutely right because I get a lot of DMs. Only 10% of the people take that first step you said. I am a realtor. I did all the research. I know now what to do. And I'm learning. Now I'm taking actions. But 90% fail to take actions. And then from there take everyday actions.
Correct.
Challenges aate rehta. You just keep doing more. Keep doing again and again. If you fail, ask why did you fail? So it applies the same thing. Lovely plan. Thank you so much. And we have one question from the last guest.
Okay.
And we want you to also ask a question for the next guest.
Okay.
So imagine you're 70 years old. What would you tell yourself the 30-year-old self, about the things that you're worried about right now, but you don't have to?
I would say one line. It's from a Hindi film. Can I say that?
Yeah.
Zindagi na miregi dobara.
Hmm.
जीना है तो आज जियो.
So you will tell him to just live now.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Yeah.
And what question would you leave for our next guest?
I would say the same question you asked me as well. How to find the perfect people for your team. About team building, because that's something I'm looking up to you as my mentor and trying to excavate myself. It will take a couple of years from now to understand that, but I think that's the biggest question of the day for any